Today I'm going to show you exactly how to organize leads using paths in Zapier. Let's jump in. First, head over to Zapier.com and sign into your account. Wait for the dashboard to finish loading. Once you're in, click the Create button in the upper left corner and choose Zaps. The Zap editor opens with a blank trigger step waiting for you. Click that trigger step so we can connect your lead source. Search for the app where your leads come in. I'm using Typeform, but you might use Google Forms, HubSpot, Facebook Lead Ads, or a Google Sheet. Select the app, then pick the trigger event. For Typeform, it's New Form Submission. Click Continue. If your account isn't connected yet, connect it now, then configure the trigger. Choose your form and click Continue again. Now we test the trigger. Click Test Trigger. If Zapier doesn't pull in a sample lead, go create a test submission in your source app, then come back and test again. Once it finds one, you'll see the fields that came through: name, email address, company, country, budget, company size, product interest, lead source. Look them over and make sure the fields you want to route on are actually there. Now we add the paths. Click the plus button right below the trigger. Search for Paths by Zapier and select it. It drops in a new step and automatically creates your first path. We'll set that up now. Click the condition on Path A. You're building a rule that decides which leads go down this path. For enterprise leads, set the first field to company size, the operator to greater than, and the value to 500 employees. If you use budget instead, set it to budget, greater than, and the value to $10,000. Click Continue. Zapier shows you the path is ready but empty, so now add actions. Click the plus under Path A and add what happens when a lead matches. I'll add Create HubSpot Deal, assigned to enterprise sales. You can also send a Slack notification, create a ClickUp task, or send a welcome email. Map the lead info into those fields and click Continue. Now we need the other lead types. Click Add Path to create Path B. This one handles small business leads. Set the condition to company size, less than 500 employees. You could also route based on product interest. If someone picks the starter plan, add the actions for SMB sales, maybe assign to SMB sales rep, create a CRM contact, send a follow-up email. Don't stop there though. Continue adding paths as you need them. Click Add Path again. Path C could be for leads from a webinar. Set lead source equals webinar, then add actions like add to webinar follow-up campaign, notify marketing. Path D for country equals Australia, so you route them to the APAC sales team. Path E for leads where a support request field equals yes, you'd create a support ticket and notify customer support. Keep each path focused on one clear business rule. I've seen people jam multiple unrelated conditions into one path, and then the automation breaks quietly because it's impossible to debug. Before we publish, test every single path individually. Click into Path A and hit the test button right inside that path. You'll see it run only Path A and any actions inside it. Go through each one the same way. The thing that burns people here is assuming one test covers them all. It doesn't. Zapier lets you test each branch in isolation, and if you skip this, a misconfigured field mapping in one path can go live and silently fail. Watch for overlapping conditions too. If you have greater than 500 on Path A and less than 500 on Path B, a lead with exactly 500 falls through. Either set one of them to greater than or equal to, or add a catch-all path at the bottom with no condition that runs when nothing else matches. Once every path tests clean, we publish. Give your Zap a descriptive name right now before you forget. Something like lead routing by company size and source saves you later. Click Publish. Your automation is live. New leads start flowing through their paths immediately. Now that it's running, there are two things you'll want to come back to. First, editing paths later is straightforward. Open the Zap, click the path you want to adjust, and the condition builder opens right up. You can change values or add another condition without rebuilding anything. Second, keep an eye on task usage. If you're on a limited plan, each action across all paths counts against your monthly quota, and testing burns through them too. I always check Zap history the first day to make sure leads are routing where they belong before I start counting on the automation. If this walkthrough got your leads organized, hit like below. Subscribe if you want more Zapier automation tips, and leave a comment saying this was helpful. Those comments push this video to other people looking for the exact same thing.